Hey everybody again, it's Joe Bodone here, internet entrepreneur and video blogger. I want to talk to you, this is part 2 of the last video I just had. I just made it about 5 minutes ago, and it's where you want to be. This is part 2, okay? So I talked about how basically if you don't really have a set point, if you don't have an end point in mind, you're just going to kind of meander through life. And I talked a little bit about, what some of those set points can be. In this particular case, like I said, we're going to focus on actually trying to make some money online. So in order to do that, think about what's the traditional way that people make money, right? You go to school, you get good grades, you graduate from high school. Sometimes you don't, but most people graduate from high school. If you haven't, that's fine. There's nothing against you. Everyone's on their own journey, and that's great. But that's not what we're really talking about right now. So you go to school, you get decent grades, you graduate. Sometimes you go to college, sometimes you go to trade school, sometimes you start working at the factory or get a job right out of college. Whatever that is, you're trading your time for your money. You're already time poor. And you might have a really high paying job, and that's awesome if you do. There's nothing against a high paying job. There's nothing against a job in general. Me personally, I prefer my time though, because no matter how much money you have, if you're working a regular full time job, 40 hours plus a week, there's a good chance you're time poor. So we're gonna divide this into, there's 2 income streams. There's active income, and there's passive. Now, active income is how, the Robert Kiyosaki talks about his 95-5. I'm not going to get into all that. His cash flow quadrant. He gets into the 4 ways of making money. I suggest you read the cash flow quadrant if you want to get some more information on what I'm talking about. But basically, 95% of us make active income and 5% of us make passive income is basically what that model's all about. But now, the reason why only 5% of us make passive income, and it has nothing to do with how difficult it is. It really doesn't. It has to do with the mindset. It has to do with the way we're conditioned, the way our society is run. We need labor jobs. We need people to do the manufacturing. We need people to do, the city works and working on your roads and, working in libraries and working in police forces and, doing all the kind of stuff that's in your community that gets your community run. You need people providing you goods and services, otherwise the society would collapse. There's, for human survival, it's just there's a natural tendency for more people to seek active income, and that's fine if you do, but active income is basically a job, or maybe you're like, even like something like you basically have a job, so you're trading your time for your money, however much time. You're providing a valuable service for whatever company you work for, or whatever you're doing. You might be a private self-employed. You might run a landscaping company, or you might be a contractor. You're still trading time for money. The more houses you build, or the more drywall you put up, the more money you're going to make. Now, the difference is passive income. Now, basically you have a system that makes the money for you. Now, that's not to say that it's easy, because you need to set up a system. And, today with the internet, there's an infinite amount of opportunities to create a passive income, and some of the traditional ways, think of the Beatles, okay? They created some excellent music back in the 60s, okay? And they made some albums. At that point in time, it was on actual vinyl. Maybe they made some 8 tracks, and as time passed, they went into cassettes and they went into CDs and now digital media. But okay, obviously not all the Beatles are alive anymore, so that money, basically, John Lennon is still making money from his grave. Okay, so the people that have the rights to his music are still making money. It's a passive stream of music. Every time someone buys a Beatles album, whoever owns the rights to that music makes money. Okay, Elvis Presley, he's still making money. That's a passive income because they did the work, they made the music, and they continue to make music. Now look at, what about an author? J.K. Rowling, right? Everybody's read Harry Potter. Maybe you haven't, but hopefully you have. It's, good book, good fictional book. The whole series are great books. So every time somebody buys a Harry Potter book, there's still, kids, teenagers that have never read Harry Potter, so they're asking their mommy and daddy to buy them a Harry Potter book. So when they buy a Harry Potter book, J.K. Rowling still makes money, okay? And, that's the idea of a passive income. So another passive stream would be like a real estate investor. I'm not talking about someone that flips houses because that's more active, and I've actually looked into real estate. That is one of the vehicles we'll talk about shortly. But there's also people that will buy a house and they'll rent that they'll fix the property up and they'll rent it. And each month they get income from the tenant that lives in that property. And some real estate investors have multiple properties and they become a property management company. They set up passive income. In order to set that passive income up, though, a lot of upfront investment has to happen. A lot of upfront work has to happen. So you're investing either your time, your blood, sweat, and tears, or you're investing money, and that's how you can create a passive income. Now, so we're going to get into the internet. There are several ways that I know, and we'll get into those. One of the biggest ones is blogging. Blogging's old. Blogging's out of style. Nobody blogs anymore, right? You hear those myths. You hear that, that's a thing of the 90s. That's a thing of the early 2000s. Yeah, but blogging has become way more sophisticated now. You got YouTube. You got podcasts. You got a lot of stuff. So, blogging works as a central hub for your online business, okay? From your blog, you can self-publish. Now, you can either create a PDF book and maybe pay somebody to add some graphics to it and format it in a pleasing way, or you can also format a book and you can sell it on platforms like Amazon, or Nook, or those type of. So a self-published book. Now you can make some money there. You can't make. You can become a millionaire, but it's difficult when it comes to self-publishing. There's video bloggers, vlog, right? Now you can create YouTube videos just as this. Once you get a compelling audience, you get people that enjoy your content, you can then advertise on your YouTube channel, and you can also create affiliate links where you can sell other people's products on your blog or your video blog. That's a good way to make money. Let's see here. You can create an online course to teach somebody how to do something, right? You can sell physical products. One of the ones is FBA, and that's selling physical products on Amazon. But you can also do it on eBay or any of those types of sites. So that's four fairly common ways that people make money. Now, why do some people try this? They make a blog. Nobody visits their blog. They don't get any subscribers. They say, you can't make any money. Why? But there are other people that make a blog and they can make millions off it. Why? Because it goes back to having that want. Having that want, okay? If you have that want, that desire, you're going to make this work. This is the way that this is the course of action that I'm currently taking. But, let's say, you make an e-course, right? And people start buying your course and people really like your content. Now, in order to make any of this work, you have to provide value. Okay? And if anyone is getting value from this, please, feel free to click the link below and like and, give everyone a thumbs up and share on your Facebook page if you like it. If you don't, please leave a comment and let me know what you don't like and what you'd like to see change, because, I'm here for you guys. And if there's a topic you want me to talk about or something you want me to get more in depth about, please let me know. But, the point is to provide value, because some people have a blog about shit, crappy. It's crappy. There's no value to it. and then they throw a bunch of ads on their blog, and people start clicking on the videos, and they say, "This is stupid. I'm watching a 2-minute ad and a bunch of shit," and people stop coming to your blog. So you got to provide value, okay? Now, you make this start working. You provide value. You make an e-course. You make video blogs that are helpful. Oh, there's also podcasts. Sorry. Not pub. Podcast. Okay, that's another way you can make some decent money. That's another way you can get your subscribers interested in your topic. Okay, it's not about making money; it's about providing value, and the value seems to follow, or the money seems to follow the value. Okay, the point is I'm trying to teach a topic. I'm trying to get you guys compelled. I'm trying to get you guys excited, and hopefully you guys can create a passive income. Now, it's difficult to get from here to there, and obviously, people have bills. People have food they got to put on the table, family, entertainment. There's a lot of stuff that you have that your job needs to supply. Also, investing in your business, right? It takes a lot to have that happen. So, you're going to need time management. You need a boatload of guts. One of the most important things they're also going to need, none of this will work without mentorship. Okay? Now, some of you say, well, I don't know anyone that does this stuff. I don't know anyone that's successful. I don't know a whole lot of people. But I listen to the Tony Robbins podcast. I listen to a guy named Stefan Palernos, who I've learned a lot from. I've never met the guy, but I've watched a lot of his videos. I've actually bought a couple of his courses. So there are ways to reach out and get mentorship. There's a million types of mentors out there, and you can digest the information. Video blogging might be your medium of choice. You might want to watch a video. Maybe you want to listen to an audio, and a lot of those types of, Tony Robbins and Tim Ferriss, the 4-Hour Work Week. That's a book he made. A lot of those types of individuals will have their content on multiple. They'll write a book. They'll have a podcast. They'll have a video blog. They'll have various things. So you can digest that information passively. You can drive in your car and you can listen to podcasts. And, I listen to music to the best of my love music. And, sometimes listen in the car and just sit in the car and just listening to music is fine. I don't typically like to listen to news in the car. And, sometimes I'll listen to a sporting event if there's a game that I'm really into. But, a lot of times I'll listen to these podcasts. If I'm riding with my wife, I'll just talk to her. But if it's, if I'm by myself and I'm driving to work, I'll listen to some of these podcasts from time to time. And, I'm feeding my brain with information, and you want to get your hands on as much information as possible. You want to get involved with as many online communities as you can. You want to start reaching out to fellow internet entrepreneurs, and eventually you're going to find people, like-minded people that are going to help you on your way. Now, there's two types of mentors, in my opinion. There's bad, and there's good. That's pretty simple, right? A bad mentor is your buddy who every Friday night, and hey, I'm a drinker. There's nothing against drinking. There's nothing against any of that kind of stuff. But the buddy that calls you on Friday night that wants to go drinking, okay, so you had a hard week of work and, you want to take a break from all this, so you decide to go out and have a couple beers with your buddy, and the whole time he's just complaining about the world and complaining about politics and complaining about his job and complaining about his wife and complaining about his kids and complaining about his pets, and, that brings you down, Or there's the good mentor, and that's just somebody, your wife or your husband can be somebody that, or your boyfriend or girlfriend. I mean, somebody that you're close to, your brother or sister, your mom and dad. I mean, they're people that are close to you in your life that can work as good mentors. Somebody that's going to be a cheerleader and somebody that's going to help you along the way, because there's a lot to put together here, and, we're all just figuring it out, and everyone has their own method of doing it. okay? But once you put this together, you can generate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6, 7 different income streams from here, right? I mean, right now I got 5 out there, but I mean, there's more income streams. And then, you make money from here, and then let's say you want to, another one I was going to think about. Sorry, that's another one that I actually was getting ready to start doing. Airbnb. You guys know what that is? It's basically online short-term rentals where you can have a rental property where somebody can go to a website, which is Airbnb, and they can rent properties. And that's a way that you can get a cheaper, easier way you can get into real estate. Now, there's a lot involved with that, which I will get into a different blog at a different point in time. But that's another one. So I mean, you got all these different revenue streams, and then once you make revenue from there, maybe you'll buy an investment property, maybe you'll buy a vacation property. Maybe you'll actually buy into a company or a corporation, and you can become a true blue real-time investor. There's so many, the sky's the limit, but when you're pursuing an online income stream, you need to understand that you need to take advantage of all the aspects out there. And that's a lot to take in. I mean, start with one, start with a video blog, or start with just a regular blog. Okay? Start there. Then once you get enough information, once you get enough content, and you get people that really like it, then you can maybe take some of those videos and put them into a course and make a course. Okay? Self-publishing too, you can do as well. I mean, that's easy. I mean, there's ways you can pay, and I talked about Stephen Polarinis. He has a course called K-Money Mastery. That's the first time I got introduced to online entrepreneurship. I didn't make it work. However, I'm in the process of publishing a book right now, so it's still down the road where I'm going to try to make it work. But self-publishing is, I mean, it's fairly cheap. It's a very low entry point. I mean, the risk versus reward isn't as high. I mean, it's low entry point. It doesn't cost as much to get started, but then again, you're not going to make as much money. But still, if you mix that with physical products, digital products, video blog, e-courses, which that's probably the most profitable, Airbnb, podcasts, you provide the value, you put this all together, there's a good chance you're going to succeed as long as you put your desire behind it. That's the key to make this all work. And, don't think you're going to make a blog tomorrow and you're going to be a millionaire in a month. That's not going to happen. Okay. It might take a year, it might take 2, it might take 10. It's going to take a while. I mean, you got to get good, valuable content out there, and you got to be consistent with getting that content out there, and you got to get an audience that's very excited about the information you're providing. If you do that, sooner or later, you'll generate a passive income. Now, the hardest part is you still got all this stuff that you got to take care of. So you need to have an active income. So a lot of people that get into this are combining, they're doing this on the side. They're doing it on the weekends. They're doing it on a Thursday night. They're doing it in the morning before they go to work. Some people right now I'm using my iPhone. Eventually I'm going to upgrade and get, some better equipment. Right now I got an iPhone. Okay. I bought a $25 tripod. I bought this today. This stand was $25. This board was $15. Set of markers was $10. Okay. I bought that tripod for about $25 and I'm using my iPhone. Okay. So it's really, I mean, to get into this at the beginning, you don't need a lot of money, okay? What you need is the effort and the time, and you got to do the research, and you got to find, like I said, I don't have an actual mentor yet, but there's a million YouTube videos on YouTube to learn how to do YouTube, okay? I know that sounds really kind of bizarre, but I was watching some YouTubes. That's why I bought a whiteboard. That's why I'm standing. I mean, the videos I had before, I was sitting down. It looked really goofy. This one still might look goofy too, but anyway, I know I'm rambling on. Once again, thank you for watching. Please make this work. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave it in the comment section. I look forward to teaching you guys some more information. Thank you. Have a nice day.